Welcome back to No Hair, All Heart. Your host and author, Mookie Spitz, reading from Jonnie Fazoolie and the Transfinite Reality Engine, section number 14, Flirting with Destiny. Where can a guy find a lousy cup of coffee here? Yells Jonnie, his clothes again drenched in sweat, his pupils big as beach balls. Gesticulating hands leave light trails in the wake of his rants. Try helping yourself, my dear, suggests a woman with a heavy German accent who, to Johnny's bloodshot, blurry eyes, looks like a mashup of a cordial librarian and terrifying dominatrix. A buxom, thick-lipped brunette with frizzy hair, she stands about 5 feet nothing while sporting stiletto heels. She wears a leather dress clasped with a stainless steel buckled belt and black lace. She winks and points. Johnny thinks he's the target, snapping him out of his drug and horn dog-induced reverie. He raises a bushy blonde eyebrow, but the lovely lady shakes her head, points again. Sure enough, right in front of Fazoolie's flushed face, resolutely perched on an expansive banquet table, stands an enormous, ornate, embossed silver urn with a prominent sign displayed. Coffee. No shit, he nods, squinting, then extending a hand the alluring vixen accepts, despite his profuse perspiration. Hi, I'm Jonnie Fazoolie. I start things but don't know how to finish them. And I finish things before they get started, she replies, wiping her hand delicately on a napkin. I am Basine Felderhossen, here from the Max Planck Society for the Advancement of Science. Basine is an attendee of the annual String Theory, Cosmology, and Particle Astrophysics conference that Jonnie hasn't noticed is taking place right down the hall at the convention center. First clue could have been the multicolored banner strung across the hotel reception area, beckoning participants into the tacky business meeting spaces converted into clumsy lecture halls. Second clue should have been the gathering swarms of high IQ oddballs listlessly lurking in the lobby. The punctilious hordes revealing overt signs of wide-ranging autism spectrum disorder. Shall I pour you a cup? Asks Basine. Regular or decaf? Regular, thanks, says Jonnie, relieved. Don't know how I missed that. He checks her out as she pours. Hey, what's the most obvious thing you've missed today, Ms. Hassenfelder? Doctor, corrects Basine. Felderhossen. The name flip does happen, a double mirroring homage to Sabina Hassenfelder, whom she deeply admires, but never from a dumb American. Right on, says Jonnie, picking his teeth with a pinky nail, dislodging something, looking at it. On to the next thing, he flicks it away, wipes his hand on his pants. Nothing to see here. The most obvious thing I've missed today is yet another lecture on string theory, she answers, sharing the German version of a smile, which looks like a honey badger after a satisfying meal. No strings attached, nods Jonnie, not paying any attention, distracted thanks to his height and her lack, giving him an enticing view of her Zugspitze, Deutschland's highest mountains. A pleasing omission, although it led me here to you, she adds, Jonnie neither appreciating the compliment nor noticing the burn, much to her mild amusement and growing annoyance. I didn't notice they had a cosmetology convention going on, he points out, trying to sound smart by showing he's paying attention. That never works because he's never paying attention. Cosmology, corrects Basine, aghast at his ignorance, but forgiving him because, after all, he's obviously an American and a particularly frivolous and inexplicably charming one at that. Whatever, says Jonnie, instead thinking about food, then sex, then food again, not sure which he likes better at the moment. He figures he could live without sex, but would it even be worth it? Most physics these days is fantasy and science fiction, she insists, handing him a cup, which he accepts with such enthusiasm that half of it spills all over the frizzy carpeting. My favorite subjects, grins Jonnie, slurping and drooling, his false confidence steamrolling the doctor's genuine expertise. He stares at her, and she stares back. They trade business cards. She handles his card as if it were an alien artifact or noisome turd, examines it, and raises a sharp penciled eyebrow at its large size, thick stock, and odd, self deprecating quote right on the front. Why didn't I think of that? Think of what? Wonders Basine, afraid to ask and then discover the answer, presumably found on the card's other side. Figuring she has no choice, she sighs, shrugs, and flips it over. Jonnie Fazoolie, WIT, Chief Innovation Officer, Fertile Descent, LLC, Chicago, Illinois, at Fazool. What is this WIT? She asks out loud, pointing to the card. Guess. Ich weiß nicht. That's not it. Of course not. Then why did you suggest that? I give up. Try harder. Was ist Wahrheit? That's WIW, grins Jonnie. He has no clue what the German means, yet is aroused by hearing her speak it. Zoing! Recovering from the roulette table, he tries and fails to hide his erection by sitting down with a twist. Give me a hint, she asks, unfazed by his twisted lunacy or his now protruding bone. The former experimental physicist and current science skeptic marvels at his shamelessness and agility. Whatever it takes, stands Jonnie, horizontal tent pole poking. His fists pump the air again like he's pulling that emergency brake, his gangly limbs undulating like a captured octopus. What takes? Whatever takes, he announces. Are you sure you need more coffee? She really wants to know. I'm not sure of anything, sips Jonnie, wincing as he burns his lip, the distraction deflating the rest of him, at least for now. Assert nothing, deny everything, and always demand proof. Great ideas, says Basine, turning to go. I wish the scientific community would listen to Saint Fazoolie and practice these proven principles. Instead, they do bad math, worse science. Being canonized almost gives Jonnie another raging boner, one mitigated by A, still being alive, B, not being Catholic, C, having performed 0 miracles he knows of, and D, all of the above. Basine has somehow made it this far despite his disheveled appearance, lack of decorum, vulgar etiquette, and nauseating odor. Her surprise is misinterpreted by Jonnie as keen interest. Tell me the most outrageous thing you've heard today, he asks, following her. He leans in close enough to assault her with his rank, licorice breath. I bet you I can make money off of it. You think so? No, so. Is money all you think about? That's my close number 2. What's number 1? Guess. I'm so glad for you. You're too gracious, winks Johnny, pouring himself another cup of coffee without finishing the first, having a hard time juggling both and on the brink of losing control. Try me. That was fast. I don't fuck around. I'm greatly relieved. Nice to meet you, grins Johnny, extending a hand. We've already met, stares Basine, dumbfounded. Right on, says Johnny, scratching his nuts. Basine looks at this odd person and questions her sanity for not questioning his sanity much sooner. Now that the obvious is at long last apparent, she's relieved, but not sure what to do next. Johnny, in contrast, knows what to do next because he's always doing something. Doesn't matter if whatever he happens to do next advances his cause or sets him back. He keeps moving. Her business card is in German with a discernible Munich address, and he slips it into his sassy but soiled Mamacita selected duds. Hey, hang on for a second. You were saying? I wasn't saying anything. You were going to tell me the most outrageous thing you did today. Before meeting you? Did you just ask me something? Have you ever sought professional help? Amateur only. Why am I not surprised? By this point, Basine can't tell if this Verrückter is truly insane or feigning insanity and not bothering to figure it out, since either conclusion or both translates to him being insane. Hell's Schnell. Not so fast, gestures Johnny, oldest trick in his Fazoolie book. Sensing she senses she is attracted to him despite her look of dismissive condescension and suppressed alarm, he winks at her. Do you know the difference between precision and accuracy, Herr Fazoolie? She asks, hoping the non sequitur will get her off the hook, or at least disorient this disoriented person into silence. Precision is looking like you know what you're doing, he replies, her strategy failing. Johnny instead speculating how tall Dr. Felderhossen is out of her stiletto heels and everything else. Yes, and accuracy is actually being able to do it, she continues, hinting that he knows, that she knows, that he knows, that she knows this crazy American is totally full of shiza. I'm accurately precise, adds Johnny, convincing no one but himself. A good day as far as he's concerned, who's the only person he's concerned about convincing. Know what I mean? I do not. My point is the truth doesn't matter. If we can even prove that it exists, the only thing we can verify is success, based on setting a goal and meeting or exceeding it. The rest is bullshit. You sound like an expert, replies Basine, intrigued by the shift into almost, but not quite, normalcy and even an iota of smarts. Every damn day. And what is your goal? What is your metric of success? Money! As much of it as I can get. I'm so glad for you. I know, you already said that. So, Ms. Hassan, Dr. Felderhossen. Right on. Are we finished yet? Just getting started. Klepsmullen Gesundheit. You are insufferable, American person. Please continue, suggests Johnny. Where were we? Asked Basine, truly confused at this point. You tell me. Gesundteufel, mumbles Basine Felderhossen, turning. She feels exhausted, as if she just read a highly complex paper with erroneous conclusions in a subject that doesn't interest her. Stop, insists Jonnie Fazoolie, gently but firmly grabbing her arm, sitting them down. You're turning me on, and now have to tell me about the most outrageous thing you've heard today. Thanks for listening. Find out what the most outrageous thing Dr. Felderhossen has heard today, and how that maybe, perhaps, triggers some crazy thoughts in Jonnie Fazoolie's big, blonde, idiotic head about building the Transfinite reality engine. Like, comment, share. More tomorrow.